Yo, yo. Mic check 1 2. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. All right, so I'm gonna disappear really quick and I'm gonna play this clip. So give me a second. Diana Lynn Rivera, happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for supporting me over at DJ Honeyflow's show and then being here. Of course, my ninja boss lady herself, Nancy Nakamura, and of course from all the way Santa Barbara, Michelle is in the house. Ricky Omoto, happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday, you guys. Thank you so much for being here and supporting our community. Our sister Chica Chula is here. How are you guys? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Honeyflow's a really good interviewer. I like her. I love her style. Really, really cool chick. Super dope. And I wish her all the best. Kuha'o, thank you again for your support and being there at Honey Flows as well as here. Good to see you, Kuha'o. So I know people are going to start coming in. Hi, Jody. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much. And of course, tonight's guest, none other than SKAM artist DJ, our brother Gene Hove. I'm going to bring him on in a little bit, but I'm going to disappear really quick and I'm going to play this clip. So give me a second. All right. So check this out.
If somebody is taking the time to come onto my account, consume my content, and then say I suck, I don't think that's a reflection on me. I think that's a reflection on them. I literally 45 minutes ago had somebody say to a piece of content, Gary, this is ridiculous. You're not that special. I replied, well, that's not what my mom said, comma, because I looked at the person's account. Your photography is remarkable. When you're in a great place, you can always be the bigger person. To me, humanity and kindness is the answer always to darkness.
If you're not following Gary V on TikTok, you should be following Gary V on TikTok. That guy is amazing. He's an amazing entrepreneur. He likes to talk and interact with his peeps that follow him. Super, super cool guy. Swears like a sailor, though. So just be warned. First time here in the chat room, AMW DJ in the house. Aloha, how are you? Thank you so much for coming over, supporting this channel. I appreciate you so much. The Pinky Scratch Master, all the way from Chicago himself, my man, MC2J Man, is here. Thank you so much. But I wanted to share that clip because of, you know, when you have goals out there and there's things that you want to accomplish, and as you're going on this journey, VDJ Rob 7027, what up, Rob? Good to see you, brother. Mahalo for being here. And you're going on your own journey, and the idea is to get to wherever your goals are, whether on Twitch and you're building a community and being vulnerable out there. There's going to be haters. That's what haters do. They hate. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of people that want to be in your corner. There's going to be people that you will discover that you don't know. The moment you jump on Twitch, you will find a whole new family. It's a community of people that follow you, that admire you, that appreciate what you do. And I'd like to think it's reciprocal from the streamer standpoint of view, where we admire you and we are grateful to you as well, because you could be doing all kinds of things, and yet here you are. So I wanted to acknowledge you guys that. All right. So again, shout out to my brother Gene Hove, who's in the chat room, and I'm going to bring in Gene in a little bit, but I kind of wanted this room to kind of fill up just a little bit so we can give him the accolades that he deserves. DJ Hams, my brother, have a good night, man. Appreciate you so much, Hams. Love you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like, seriously. Mahalo. Appreciate you, Hams. Yeah, like sleeping. And that's a choice, right? That's a choice. I appreciate you, Hams, man. Thank you so much. Raven Shimmers. How are you, sister? How are you doing, by the way, Raven Shimmers? our sister Raven Shimmers kind of went through a little bit rough spot in her life. I pray and I hope that you are doing well, Raven. Just know that we love you, we appreciate you, and prayers for you, and wishing you all the best to you and your hubby and everybody. So thank you so much, Raven. Appreciate you. Jody's in the house. Aloha to Jody. Of course, I love saying her name. I don't know why, because just because I do. Chica Chula. Uh, Shout out to my brother DJ Rue Hefner. And I'm gonna support and plug DJ Rue Hefner. So DJ Rue Hefner has all these videos, and actually there's like and that he has for sale. So Rue, if you want to put up your link, please go ahead and do so. But uh, I was able to get a bunch of his slow jam and freestyle pack mixes, and he's available to share that with you guys for a minimum cost. Like, number one, it would cost you way much more compared to what he's selling it for. Number two, the time that it takes for you to sift through all these videos, you don't have to do that. DJ Rue Hefner already did that for you. So if you want to support this brother, go ahead and follow, subscribe, but also check out DJ Rue Hefner's different music packs that he has, from slow jams to freestyles and all these different ones. Shoot him a whisper, let him know, and he'll send you guys some information. Again, you do that on Extendamix, you'd get 25 videos, and it'll cost you way more. You get his pack, you get a whole bunch, man. You get a whole bunch of videos. So go ahead and follow him as well. Oh, absolutely, Ru. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, bro. Wow. No. Chica Chula. I just like saying that name. Chica Chula. It's so dope. I love it. Sometimes my wife is like, "Do you have a new girlfriend?" I'm like, I don't even have an old girlfriend. Like, you're my girlfriend. Like, stop. But yeah. So again, let me get back to the clip I was talking about with Gary V. Again, whatever journey, not only just on Twitch, but just in life, period. Right? You ever shared like some of your goals and some of the things that you want to pursue, and you share that with the closest people to you, and it's usually the closest people to you will just kind of drag you down. Like, yeah, just be mindful of stuff like that, because sometimes the closest to you, they want to be real, and they want to be supportive in their own way, but just be mindful of that. Right. So again, happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday to all of you. I appreciate you being here. I feel so blessed and so grateful for the aloha that you guys have. And so I'm going to bring him in. If you subscribe and follow my brother Gene Hove, go ahead and drop his emotes. But chat Ohana, do me a favor. Our brother, one of the SKAM artist DJs, please help me welcome my man, Gene Hove. Gene Hove is in the house.
Hey, what's going on?
What up, brother? Bro,
What's
look
up?
at that logo, man. So full disclaimer, really, really quick, guys. Gene was putting his background and he was playing with all these different backgrounds. He was like, yeah, I gotta put something behind me, kind of like yours. That is dope. That is dope. That is dope, man.
Just a quick logo.
I love it. I love it. That's because you can pull that off. So, Gene, man, I'm a step back. It's customary as our Wisdom Wednesday guests come in. The first thing I'm gonna ask them to do is go ahead and shout out and address the chat. So, it's all you, Gene.
All right, what's going on, Gene? Here, I just want to say, shout out to Diana. I see you, Nancy. It's one of my. How you doing, Nancy? Good to see you. Big Rob G. That's one of my moderators up in here from my channel. How you doing? Raven Shimmers, how you doing? Well, Ricky, how you doing? I see you, DJ Hams. Hi. Sorry. Shout out to all the DJs in here. I really appreciate you guys. Even also, if you guys are twitching, make sure you guys let us know in this chat. Chica Chula. I mean, I'll talk more about that too, about DJs twitching also without other DJs that don't. I mean, also people that do other just like chats. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Aloha. So,
Right on. Yeah. So welcome, Gene, man. So
Yeah.
maybe for like the 3 or 4 people that don't know the infamous scam artist DJ himself, Gene Fix It Hove, if you can share with them like share with us your background, where you grew up, born and raised.
So I was born out here in Los Angeles, born and raised, Torrance. The city is Torrance, if you're familiar with the South Bay. And I I have like I only have two siblings. I'm the oldest out of the siblings. Oh, real quick, hi Victoria. Mac and cheese.
The dopest hype chick on Twitch.
Yes,
Right
that's
there.
my
Right there.
my moderator. Hugs. Um, yeah, so I grew up in Torrance. How I came about. I mean, in terms of like how I got into DJing, I started off from my cousins were DJs back then in the mid '80s, and I was a young kid, of course, like 10 years old, and I was just seeing what's he doing with these two records, and playing. He had all these vinyl, like old school '70s,
Yeah.
'80s funk, and then how I got. I mean, I have a music. I mean, I could play the piano, so that's what got
Nice.
me into DJing. That's I guess the love for music, and then yeah, I got into DJing around when I was 15 years old, and I
Nice.
started and from there I just started following other seeing other DJ. I mean, how I got into DJing, I was watching MTV MTV Raps. I don't know if I have an emote with Yo, but
Me too.
yeah, I
That
started,
was my
wow, this
journey
is,
too, man.
yeah. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I'm seeing like them. I've been seeing music videos. One of the one of my first hip hop records I bought was actually De La Soul. Me, myself, and I. Back in that was in 87, 88, I think,
Hmm.
or 89. One of those. I forgot year. And then from there I started watching other DJs, and I got introduced to you probably know who he is. He goes by the name of DJ Curse.
Yeah.
So my cousins knew him. They were really good friends, and I was just watch. I had mixtapes of him. They had mixtapes of his, and I would borrow the cassette tapes from my cousins. I'm like, man, this guy's dope. Like he would cut it up. Yes, he was like he was like one of the badass DJs I ever saw, and like he was at that point. He was at that level where he can he he went to the DMCs. He battled
Yeah.
Qbert. So I was like, wow, DJ Curse. So I mean,
Crazy, right?
he's like one of the mentors I really followed and just kind of like learn what he does in terms of like turntablism.
Yeah.
And after that, later on, I started on my other mentor is Icy Ice. So I met him through a church camp. So that's how I became like I got into. That's where I started
Yeah. I
learning the
so
craft.
I've heard Ice talk about a lot of stories when he would reference you, uh, and it was some of the stories would go back when you guys were going to church together, and like you were
Yeah,
like I don't feel like you were one of the youth leaders or something like that.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. I remember him referencing some of the stories that he would share on his stream. In fact, that was actually one of the uh, very first times I've heard of you, and I would hear your name all the time. I would see in the chat like, "Who's this cat, man? Who's this guy, Gene, man? Who's this Fix It Gene? This guy's." Then I was able to, of course, follow your channel and watch you, and then eventually meet you in real life, in real person, right?
Ah,
We were at Keepers. I
yeah,
believe that's the first time we've met,
yeah.
right?
Keepers. Yeah.
And I actually sat down next to you. We had dinner together,
Oh yeah,
right? We're on
yeah.
the same table. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was
You're
dope.
right there.
That was dope.
Yeah, it's so awesome to finally meet you.
Oh,
You're,
likewise, man.
yeah,
Likewise, like
it's
for
such a
real.
positive person. Positive influence out in when on Twitch. That's how I know you from Ice.
Yeah,
Ice would tell me about you.
yeah. No, thank you, man. Um, so you got onto the DJ scene. Were you doing like clubs? Once you kind of got in, was it more club for
So
you?
so
Festivals,
so
events?
once I got into the once I learned started watching these guys learning the craft. I mean I self taught myself too as well. I started off with vinyl. I was fortunate to actually I didn't my cousins had tables, so I was able to like borrow his stuff
Mhm.
and the mixer. Back then it was like a big 19-inch mixer.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Turntables. The turntables were actually not battle style. They were turned around on a
Yes.
big carpeted
Yeah.
coffin. I would borrow his stuff, learn the craft. I would go out and buy records at the record store. My first gig would have to be it was at the junior high school.
Nice.
They paid me $25 to do their no $50 to do their they call it sports night.
Okay.
Yeah. My and we had and then we started. We had crews back then, DJ crews. So
Yeah.
our DJ crew was called Kalua Productions.
Kalua.
Kalua Productions.
No way.
Kalua. Yeah.
As in the drink.
Like
Kalua.
it was supposed to be the drink, but we dropped the H and then we made it Kalua, so it's like Kalua pork. With and then
I got it.
on our yeah. Well, so we took over that Kalua Productions
Yeah.
from my cousins because they were that was their group back then. It was Asian
Oh.
Persuasion. It was called Asian Persuasion, and then became Kalua Productions, and then
Well, so yeah, that's interesting from Asian persuasion to Kalua with the like.
yeah.
Well, so what brought up like the Hawaiian theme name? I guess.
Well, I guess it was for my cousin. They hung out with a bunch, a lot of uh, Guamanians, Hawaiian,
Got it.
in the
More
area
the,
we lived around.
just like more the Pacific Islander
Pacific
group.
Islanders, yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that's how the name came around.
Dope. That's dope. It's so funny, right? When you start back then, you come up with all these funky names, and then you
Oh
think
yeah.
about it, and you go back and I was like, huh, it's kind of cheesy. At least that's been my experience. Like, oh, it's cheesy that name, but back then that was dope.
Oh
We're
yeah.
dope back then. Yeah, yeah. We still dope. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's from. I mean, that was my first party. But from there, from my first party too, is like my mom would buy because she knew I was gonna do some kind of business. She kind of supported what I did, so
That's cool.
she bought me two turntables, two Technic 1200s,
No way.
and then a mixer. And we kind of like paid it off by doing a lot of gigs.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
kind of
and
mixer did you get?
a Newmark 1900.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There, sir. Yeah. So those are I came off. Yeah, I came off pretty well with this with the turntables and the mixer. And then
Nice. Nice.
we started doing gigs, so everyone saw what we did. And then we would do a lot of house parties, and then ended up doing weddings at a young age of I'm 16, 17 at the time.
So back then, when you did house parties, like,
Hmm.
did you charge a fee, or was it, hey, just do this and we'll bring you a whole bunch of booze or whatever it is, or you're just
Oh,
trying to
we
help?
we 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 would charge. We said, just come up with $100. Share with your friends, and then and then they would. And then some of them would sometimes some would tip a dollar or two, but that was like a lot of money to us back then. So
Bro, Gene, please tell these people they just don't understand the work we put behind,
oh
right?
yes,
Like all that, like setting up, loading up,
yeah,
then driving over there,
yeah,
setting up, do the entire event,
yeah,
break down,
right.
load up, drive home, unload
Oh my gosh.
for a
I was
hundred
fortunate.
bucks.
I was so fortunate to get a license at the age of 16, so I was able to borrow. We had a van, so we would load up, And then our speakers now are like small, but back then we had like
The
big
monster ones,
monsters.
huge
Sherwin
ones.
Vegas. We had to roll
Yeah.
them in, and then the bass bombs right down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's haul
Absolutely,
them
man.
in, and then I mean, it's not just like two people helping. It was like we had all our friends helping us set up
Well,
this.
so here's the big joke, right? Because when we would take them in, it was just two Samoans carrying it, but
Oh, man,
it would be like
easier.
8 Asians carrying the speaker.
Wow.
Like two were like, hey, you got that side, I got this side. Let's go, dog. Let's go. Like, what hand truck? We're freaking carrying this all the way from the
Right.
van. I'm like, then we got smart because we're stupid. Like, oh yeah, we should get a hand truck. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how we learned.
Oh, then we had our and then we had we invested in a dolly, so we
Yes.
could bring in like our like eight crates in,
Yeah.
yeah, of records. And when we mean crates, milk crates of like
Yep. Milk
60,
crates.
60 records in there.
Well, let me ask you, where would you get your milk crates from?
Uh, so
Uh,
we go to
borrow?
the
You would borrow it?
we borrow it at the grocery store
Yep.
behind Lucky's
Yes.
Ralph's.
Like, let's find the nearest grocery store, go towards the back, and like,
Yeah.
okay, go.
So we'll go. So at late at night, we're young, so we're like late at night. Like, hey, let's go do it. Let's go on the crate run. We call them crate runs.
You
Ice will
know,
tell you that.
there's some people who do beer runs. DJs will do crate runs.
Crate runs, yes. But we have to look for the nice ones. We try to look for the ones that
Yes.
are kind of sturdy with the metal.
Yes. Yep. With the yep.
You know
You
what I'm
don't get
talking
the
about?
real flimsy one because that ain't gonna do no good.
No, no
Yep.
way.
Yep.
Yeah, and then from there we did after doing a lot of these parties I wanted to throw a party back then, like a big hall party, right? I've been at a young age, and then what's crazy is the special guest would be Icy Ice, right? So we had a meeting, and I'm 17. I don't know how to
Yeah. Yeah.
we're like learning everything, and then we're
For sure.
getting all these other groups. We're young, but that didn't happen. But so after that, we waited a while. Then Ice came up to me and said, "Hey, let's continue this party." This because he was older and he was able to
Yeah.
book. He was like 18. He was already 18. So
Mm,
he found the hall. So we ended up doing a big party we called it the Brick House.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, I
and then
remember him sharing that. He would share that. Like
the Brick
he would
House. Yeah,
host. He would host like you guys had massive like parties there, just like a whole bunch of people. Really quick, let me acknowledge her because it's super late for her.
okay.
Uh, DJ Honeyflow. I was just actually on her show several hours ago.
Oh,
So shout out to our
hi.
sister DJ Honeyflow. Make sure you're following her. Oh,
Definitely.
great streamer. She has a talk show, but she also streams as well, Gene. So DJ Honeyflow, she comes from Canada. Really dope streamer, and she actually does this full time. So shout out Hana. Let's support this sister right here, and
Definitely.
let's give her some
I
love.
got you.
Follow her. Subscribe to her channel. We also have, I call him the holiest DJ on Twitch, Father Damien. He's also from Canada. He's a Catholic priest
Yeah,
who
shout out
just
to
so happens to
Canada's.
DJ. Yeah. So
A lot of Canadian DJs on Twitch.
yes, yes, yeah. So I just wanted to acknowledge her and let her know, really, really quick. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much, our
No
sister
problem.
DJ Honeyflow. Appreciate you. Yeah. So you'd have right. You'd continue the party over at the
Yeah,
Brick House.
yeah. It's a brick house. And but then again, we had crews. Okay, so I'm gonna name a few people that you probably know that are
Yeah.
streaming that are in
Yeah.
these crews. So we had our crew, Kalua Productions, me,
Yeah.
of course, yeah, and then I had four other dope DJs, and then two. They're all dope. Everyone's dope. But then we had it was called Modern Music. So that was Melody DJ Melody. That's just
Okay.
when I first met Melody, um, and one of his partners. Oh man, and then Legend Entertainment, which is ICI,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
our crew.
Yeah.
Amazing. That was like wow. And then that that and then from there I learned a whole set of DJing skills because of from just watching Melody.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy, him at a young age, just doing that kind of stuff was just
Crazy. Yeah.
crazy
crazy.
turntablism.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
crazy. See,
So,
but that was the advantage though for you guys, right? So like for us in Hawaii
uh-huh.
back then, we were always several years behind you because there was no internet. Like
Right.
I would get my music or I would discover new music is whenever my cousins that used to like I had cousins that and they still do that live in Long Beach from
Yeah.
Carson, from
Yeah. Of
Compton.
course. Yeah.
Like whenever they would visit us, that's where
Mhm.
I would get my music from these guys.
Wow.
So like I would, my auntie would call. It's like, hey, we're coming over and visit, and so I asked, oh, can I speak to, you know, and so I'll talk to one of my cousins and I'll ask him like, hey man, is there any way you can give me like bring some cassette tapes again,
Mhm.
cassette tapes, right? You
Mixtapes.
know,
Yeah.
mixtapes or anything you can give me just so I can have some of that stuff here, right? And so, the Samoan's not gonna go to a record store for me because they'll just steal everything. So they just sent me they just brought mixtapes over,
That's
you know.
crazy.
So,
Do you remember one of the DJs that were on the mixtape or his crew
jeez.
or?
No, okay, so full disclosure. So they would take the mixtapes from like they would take it from one of their black friends and then they would copy it. so
Yeah. Yeah.
so it was just Sid Maxell.
Oh yeah. That Maxwell. That's what we all copied tapes, our mixes, Maxwell tapes. That's what.
Yeah, the
That's how I
Maxwell.
knew. Yeah,
So I didn't know who it was, you know.
yeah.
So yeah.
They never did like introductions in the mixes.
So,
Like
you know what?
oh
I can't even remember. And because they would record it, and sometimes things were cut. So like I know the beginning of like the mixtape, like I would miss the drop. So like who was this? Like, oh man, he's like, I don't know, cuz this just for you though. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm
yeah,
not gonna argue with that. Yeah.
that's cool.
But you had access to these guys. And again, so like we would get our music super, super late, which is why Hawaii was always
Yeah,
behind the curve many times, right? Because they didn't have the internet back then. And then
yeah.
Main Street Radio, yeah, we had that, but it wasn't as up to date as like it was for the rest of you.
Oh yeah. Like but like also like later on, it's like you had the mixtapes, the cassette tapes, but also like hearing about other DJs in the hip
Yeah.
hop community. Like we looked at VHS tapes,
No,
videotapes to study the
nice.
crowd, like
Oh,
really
I
study
bet.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DM. When I first heard about DMC,
Hmm.
that's when Ray went to a DJ battle. I was like, oh my gosh, what's this?
It's
So
crazy.
cassette tapes. I remember high school. We'd all share them.
Yeah.
We'd of course record. Copy them amongst each other as DJs, and then that's how we then that's how we would also learn the craft and what they how they
Yeah.
do. And that's how I learned about Qbert from a VHS tape. Like, who's
Yeah.
this DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah,
Me too. Shout out to DJ Ajax SF. Yeah. And Ajax SF has ties to Hawaii too. But yeah,
yeah.
like what he said, remember they had a record shop and they used to mail order, their records over to several DJs to Hawaii. We had a record store here that was very famous. It was called The Beat. It was right in
Oh, the beat,
Waikiki.
nice,
Yeah. It was right
perfect.
in Waikiki. Yeah. So that's kind of where, you would get your vinyls from. And it's like what Princess said, yeah. You would get the bootleg copies over at the swap meet.
That's awesome.
It's crazy, man. Crazy. Um, Twitch, the pandemic happens, and then everyone's making that you switch over to Twitch. When did that happen for you, bro?
Happened in March.
Mm,
Like when like kind of like April or first end of March, April. Yeah. So that's when I started looking at people started to do Instagram,
yeah,
IG live, and then oh, this is cool.
yeah,
People want to showcase, the DJ because they're bored. Yeah, we were all bored, right? We wanted
yeah.
to do something and play music. We started showcasing, just play for friends, whoever's on IG.
Right. And did you find yourself getting cut off from IG as well?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
So from there, from IG, I started, and then Twitch. How Twitch is? Well, I had a Twitch account back then. Before I used to, because
you gamed.
I was
Yeah,
gaming,
yeah,
and then I wanted to check other streaming platforms. Besides, I mean, I was also looking at YouTube,
yeah.
and then there's Mixcloud, right?
Yes.
Well, Mixcloud came just a little bit after, but
Hmm.
Twitch, I started looking at. I just started looking at DJs, and I came across one of the DJs, Get Live. Well, I don't think he streams occasionally. He's from the Bay Area. I'm sure you guys know who he is up here. Whoever's from the Bay. I mean, not from the Bay Area. He's from the East Coast. I'm sorry. He's from New York. So I was watching him DJ, and I was like, man, this guy's dope. And then like, wow, and then also the quality is clear, and the sound was flawless. Like there was no dropouts or, you know. So I started looking into it. I somewhat have like a tech background. So like I work I fix I used to sell computers, work computers, and then also IT background. So I kind of know the networks about networks. So that's how so I saw, man, this platform. So about Twitch, I was like, man, this is a good platform. So I would like tell like these Snapback guys. I wasn't with Snapback back then,
Hmm.
but they're all my friends, right?
Yeah.
So I said, hey, you need to jump on Twitch, right? Like this, like you guys are getting kicked out. Like, so I would show them what I did. So I started building my studio. I would do a green screen. I would I didn't I how I did a green screen. I went to Michael's to go buy some cardboard. I mean poster board, and I
Okay.
would tape it up. And that would be my green screen. And then I would, because I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do video, so I started downloading all these videos. And and of course I talked to Ice. He helped
Yeah.
me out. But after that, I started getting more videos, and I started reading up more on Twitch, learning more about Twitch, and yeah, and then eventually I just started going on, and people are asking me like, "Damn, how come your stuff is so clean? Like how come your sound?" I go, "Man, this is how you have to go about it, like
Yeah.
with the quality." So that's how this whole thing with Twitch came about. I started also telling Ice, and I said, "Now you need to go on Twitch," and also Remark, a bunch of
Right.
the people from Snapback.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys know the
Yeah.
Snapback
So you pretty much reached out to your crew and said, "Hey,
crew, yeah.
I'm on Twitch. You should jump on this platform,"
Mhm.
and pretty much the rest is history, right?
Yeah, so I would tell them like you need to get for you in order for you to get up and running, you need to get this,
Yeah.
this, and then you're great straight. I'll tell you the minimums what you need. You let me know your budget. I'll tell you what you should get.
Yeah.
I and then I have a list. It doesn't matter if you're a DJ or trying to stream just so you could do some chat. I said you need to get this, and then I would
Mm,
the bare minimums, and then I would send it out to them. And
nice.
then Ice would like just keep on saying, keep on blowing me up. So this is how the whole Twitch thing, like fix it, Gene, right? He goes, hey,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need yeah, like the emote that Princess Leia started.
Yep.
That's how
Yep.
Remark did that.
Yep.
So that's where the Twitch thing came around. I was doing. I just wanted to go and have fun. We didn't care about hype trains back then,
Yeah.
But we just consistently, as we all just went in blindly, learning everything. But I started, just going. I started reading up. I started seeing how the gamers are doing it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
You
in
know,
a
I
nutshell, I just
yeah. So I find like just the differences, like those that stream on the gaming side, because even their overlays, and
yeah,
the bells and whistles that they have.
yeah,
There's some that's similar, but most of it is different compared to ours. It's just because of the way, right? Because it's game, right? So when you're
yeah,
gaming, I would assume it acquires a lot of more. I'm not sure what the term is. Gene is like you need more processing, like RAM, because it's especially if it's a faster game as opposed
yeah,
to us on this side. If
yeah.
you're
You
not
need,
doing videos, it's a
yeah.
lot more.
Oh yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
more. Like for someone that's not doing any kind of video or anything, like you just need
correct.
the bare minimum of a
Bare
graphic.
minimum.
It's the graphics card that
Got it.
matters a lot. If you want to go high intense and want
Got
to
it.
game or do some video mixing,
Yeah.
also if you're gonna even just put some massive 4K background
Yeah.
video. So like it really matters, like the graphics card in the computer. But
Awesome.
if you have more questions on that, you can message me.
I I,
I'll,
I might have to. Yeah.
yeah,
Shout out to Heidi Ice is in the house. What up, Heidi?
yeah.
How are you? Good to see you. Thanks
Heidi
for
ho.
popping in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're coming up on your 2-year anniversary then, because you said you started around March 2020. Is that correct? Sorry,
April.
April of 2020. So
Yeah.
you're coming up on your 2-year mark. Are
Two.
you gonna are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna do like a celebration?
No, I haven't done it. I haven't done it for 1 year. So, to be honest, like I know, like, so with the Twitch thing, like I know I helped a lot of other DJ. I mean, like I've helped so many DJs come up, like, because I just love doing tech stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, I love DJing as well.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I have a lot of catching up to do in terms of hitting. Well, I'm close to 5K now.
Nice. Yeah. Yes. You're like at 49 something. I
Yeah.
actually saw that. Yeah.
So, because I've been so,
I'm slowly right behind you, bro.
man, well, you're
I'm
consistent. I mean, we
slowly.
could talk about that. Like, You
Yeah.
know, as someone who really wants to go on Twitch, you know, you're doing it consistently.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it consistent because
Hmm.
I was out helping other DJs get up and running.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're helping me out, so you know,
For
we're
sure.
paying.
Of course.
And and then
But then you have
so
you have like another business that you're running to as well. So I mean, you trying to differentiate,
yeah.
trying to separate, I should say, your time
Yeah.
and
Well,
right.
I mean, now that my business is running now again because during the pandemic, you know,
Got it. Yeah.
everything, everything stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I mean, I own, so I have a events company. We
Yes.
do a lot of big corporate events, and we focus on corporate events and depending on the wedding, and then some weddings, and then
Nice.
seminars, that type of stuff. I mean, in terms of like we bring out sound, TVs, big LED panel screens.
Nice.
You know, so we could do a concert if you want to do a
Are,
concert. If
are
you have
you?
if you have the budget for it.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah,
sure. So are you? It, do you have the liberty to share some of your former corporate clients that you did?
yeah. So we done stuff with Intel,
Oh, wow.
Hulu. We did
Wow.
we always did the you know who Bob's Big you know that TV show Bob's Big's Burger
Yeah.
Bob's Burger.
Yes. Bob's Burger.
We always do their premiere. We were doing their premiere parties
No way.
for
That's
them
dope.
before
That's dope.
for the release. Um, who else do we work with? Uh, some other companies like in the fashion industry.
Okay. So out of all those corporate events that you've done, which one was the most craziest that you can recall?
Um, crazy and fun. Probably the Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah.
They ran out the whole this banquet bowling alley out in the valley, San Fernando Valley, out here in California. A lot of it's like an entertainment area, so
Mm,
we were able to like transform it, bring in like these big old screens and project their show, and then we would bring out some eight 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 big 80-inch TVs, then run them. And of course the sound. I would help other DJs at the time too. Like, hey, you want to DJ? You know, I'll give them a budget. They're like, oh
yeah.
wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
really? And then they would bring in like in and out trucks, taco
No
trucks,
way.
and then
Nah, that's
yeah.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
so we pretty much for me we produce the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, that has to be one of my fun ones. The other one is we do like a Christmas tree lighting for this
No
big
way.
this company, this church.
Nice.
USC. It's a church out of USC Catholic Church. So we do like a
Nice.
big old production for them.
That's dope. That's dope. I like it when companies will do things like out of the box, or when you go to an event and they do out of the box things. And I'm not sure if you were in the chat room. I actually shared this story, but a couple actually flew me out to California
Hmm.
to MC their wedding.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was hired to MC their wedding. I wasn't the DJ. I was just there to MC. I can't remember who the DJ was because he was so memorable.
Oh wow.
But
Wonder who the
he wasn't very good. Sorry.
Oh, I have one of my one of my biggest events before it was you know when 5G with the 5G rollout for
Yeah.
Verizon.
No way.
So we did all their business like their shows. We did it in Chicago, Arizona, San Francisco. Yeah, we did a whole rollout. We helped them
Nice.
produce like with the with the carpet and everything for like
That's
the. So
crazy.
that has to be one of the that was pretty huge.
That's
And they
crazy.
flew. We had a budget. We flew out to Chicago, but we used other vendors out there, out in Chicago.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah. So the wedding I was talking about, they saw me. They came to vacation and they actually attended a friend's wedding here in Hawaii,
Uh
and they
huh.
actually saw me here. They saw me perform. I was there. I was the
Oh,
MC
DJ.
at. I was actually just emceeing the wedding.
Uh huh.
You know, and they liked me so much. We actually had coffee the next day, and then they hired me on the spot to
Wow.
MC their wedding a year later, right? And so they fly me up there. Uh, I was housed. They put me in a hotel, everything, and I did the wedding. But one of the coolest things that I did with them, and this is how we're talking about making things a little bit different. So they because the, the reason why the memory sparked up is because you mentioned In and Out. So
Yeah.
they're huge In and Out fans. They love In and Out Burger. That's their
Uh-huh.
thing. And so it was a small wedding, 75 people. That's all they had. Very
Uh-huh.
intimate. And so we talked about all different types of ideas, but their dinner was we had servers lined up all in a row, and they had, like, the platters where you open it up and it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they actually sent the invitation out, and they said, "Hey, we're having a specific menu. Please let us know if you're a vegetarian, or if you're a pescatarian, so we can accommodate your meal."
Mm-hmm.
And so they took care of those that people, but the majority went with what they ordered, and they didn't tell them what they're having.
Mm-hmm.
And so they lined up all the servers, and they opened up the meals, and it was all In and Out burgers.
Oh
That was
that's
their dinner.
dope.
That we did. So they love Disney, and they love In and Out burgers. So
Wow.
what we discussed was, we'll have them all lined up,
Mm-hmm.
and right before they serve it, we'll play, I think it's from Beauty and the Beast, the song "Be Our Guest."
Oh yeah, yeah.
So once the music started, they
Yes.
would go all the way up to the table, and then they'll drop the platter, and they would open it, and there was a whole bunch of burgers and fries. They went crazy. The
Wow.
people went crazy. They loved it. It was so dope. So yeah, and this is, like, I want to say maybe 8 or 9 years ago. That's how
Oh
long ago
wow.
that I did it. Yeah,
2002,
yeah,
2004.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So
That's
super
dope.
dope, man. Super dope. Yeah.
Who wants
Right.
to have In and Out in their wedding?
No
If you're not
kidding.
married.
Yeah. No kidding, man. No kidding. Right.
Yeah.
So you being on Twitch for almost 2 years. I'm a brand new streamer, or maybe perhaps I'm a mod
Yeah.
that maybe it is inspiring to start streaming, whether I'll want to host a talk show, or I have some musical slash DJ skills that I'd like to venture in. What
Uh-huh.
would your advice be?
Um, just do it.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get started, you just have to, find a time, like what time you want to go on, and if you really want to get started, let people, let your first friends know, like, hey, I'm gonna stream. So find the ones that are gonna support you. I think I'll start. I think your first thing would be probably your brother or sister. If not your family, then your friends, right?
Yeah.
Um,
But what if your brother or sister goes, "Nah, you suck"? Nah.
because come on, just log in, just so I could have your
Like,
just
you
have you as
DJ?
a one viewer, and then you could just like turn off my sound, okay?
Like, for you, bro, you want to DJ? You can't even spell DJ. What the hell? Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
the sibling rivalry, right?
But I think yeah. So if you want to, if you really want to start, and of course you'll have to get equipment. I mean, you could start off. I mean, if you're just gonna chat, you can start off with an iPhone, and then
Yeah.
just like when I first started streaming, I didn't have a cam. I couldn't get a webcam because it was all sold out. Like during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
that's right.
But
Yep.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my phone. So I used my iPhone. It was actually, I knew how to use it. I knew what one of the best softwares out there. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
use my iPhone.
But it
So
was
you should
good
know.
though. It was pretty decent,
Yeah,
right? The
because
iPhones.
the iPhone's a great
Yeah.
camera. It's almost
Yeah.
comparable to one of these
Yeah. Webcams. Yeah.
webcams, right?
Yeah.
So from there,
Mhm.
yeah, you could get that. Now you can get a camera like $30. Go
Yeah.
on
A really
Amazon.
good one. A really
Yeah,
good
really
one
good
for
one.
that price. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
then
Yeah.
of course if you have a laptop, Mac or PC, start it off. An extra one. But requirements, like it should be at least 2018 or higher if it's a Mac.
Yeah.
If it's a PC, yeah, I would really upgrade. It depends what you want to do. Like
Hmm.
if you want to chat, if you want to do chatting, like do a cooking or just talk about life or talk about workouts, whatever the topic is.
Yeah.
I'd probably just suggest go on your phone, open up a Twitch account. It's easy, right? And then there's a put the
Hey,
video and turn it around and click.
Ashmore said she's gonna start streaming. She
Ah,
said to set her up.
if you want to just play music, you just play music in the background. But if you want to set up, I mean, they have all these apps now on clicks. Like you could put Spotify music playing in your thing. Just make sure you don't record it because there's still this thing called they call the DMCA, like kind of like copyright music.
Copyright. Yeah.
I mean, there's still like they approved some with Universal, but like there's other companies that you can get strikes and where you can get your account banned and you'll never be able to stream again. But yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much what you can do. Yeah, let's start off. Yeah, for DJs out here, I mean, first learn how to DJ. Just kidding. Know how to DJ. No, I mean, there's schools out there. There's Beat Junkie Sound School.
Yeah.
Practice.
Well, there's also tutorials on YouTube.
Tutorial. And yeah, there's YouTube
Yeah.
tutorials. Yeah,
You
but
can
practice.
get on that, but yeah, you gotta practice.
You gotta practice. You gotta
Here's
practice.
the saying is the professionals, aka the really good ones, make it look easy.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a reason why. Because they've been practicing thousands of hours to make it look easy. It's natural for you guys.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean, I learned by myself. I, I mean, by watching people, and I kept on practicing and practicing. I said, "Oh, I'm
of
ready to
course.
go, DJ."
Of course. What's the beauty about when you go live, right? And even when you make a mistake, you're like, meh, whatever. Moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hated talking on the mic. I didn't like. Sorry, I didn't say it like that, but I didn't like
Yeah.
talking on the mic. But like,
Mhm.
once you get doing it, like it's practice. But I'm practicing. I'm talking to you guys right in the camera. I know, like
Yeah.
I got a little nervous and shy, but as time has progressed, because you're doing this all the time, so you're I got it's easy for me to talk now on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you need to engage with the customer. I mean, customers, the clients.
Yeah.
I mean, the chat room. I'm all talking like I'm
Hey,
working in
whether
sales.
it's clients, right? It's all in the same in a
It's all
way.
the same.
It really is. It really
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Yeah. Filthy and Faded wrote, DJ Melody said, practice makes permanent.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that. But also at the same time is my question then to that. Because I always like to play on the opposite side in terms of
Uh huh.
being the devil's advocate. What if you're practicing wrong? Right?
Right. That's true.
Practice is permanent, but what if you're doing it wrong? Right.
Oh,
So
go back and.
for example, when I used to be a trainer over at the police academy, I
Yeah.
was an instructor, and we would take our recruits out to go and shoot, right? And so anytime a recruit is going out there in the range, and if they're his or her first time handling a handgun, it's easier to teach them because
Mhm.
they don't have those habits.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Filthy and Faded. Yeah, still permanent. I agree with that. Right, and so it's easier to train them because they haven't developed any of type of those good or bad habits, so you can
Right.
mold them. Right.
Yeah.
So that's really all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's wrong, good or right or wrong or
Right.
good or bad in any way. Is
But
yes.
it's good to have a good habit on how you're doing it, because
Oh,
actually,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
it's also when golfing, when like I used to, they would tell me that you're swinging it wrong, this and that, so I had to always correct. So we learned it the wrong way, and now I have to like correct myself and so I can get used to it, so it could be a habit. Because I once you get that bad habit, you know, it's
yeah,
like you're so used to it. It's like,
yeah.
I'm not.
So now you got to retrain yourself to break
Retrain
that.
yourself,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And DJing, they're telling me like, it's also in DJing. There's actually habits like on,
Mhm.
if you're a scratch DJ or this and
Yeah,
that, like the way you hold the fader, or so that you don't get
yep,
tired or something on the
yep.
wrist. I'm like, what? Like how you hold it with 2 feet? I don't know. There's I talked to a bunch of you talk to the those battle DJs. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, and again, right? It's not until you actually get into it and how depending on the scratch that
Yeah.
you're learning, like it's tiresome.
Oh
Like
yeah.
your fingers cramp, and
Oh
like
yeah.
I'm trying to learn a certain scratch. So like, bro, I gotta learn these muscles that I gotta.
Oh
It's
yeah.
super crazy. Yeah,
Right. It's like yeah, you're training a different muscle, like so you can get used to it. And it becomes a habit. It's like nothing.
yeah,
um. Yeah. Yeah. Just a bit like I'm always for me as a DJ. I still learn. I'm always learning. I'm always practicing. I'm always learning something different. Like I was fortunate to get they gifted me a beat junkie school. When their
nice.
thing, I helped. Yeah, I helped Mellow with their a few beat junkies, and also their school, like with their tech stuff,
Oh, nice,
set up their network, so they can, if they ever go online. Um, so I was they were able to gift me a school, the classes, online,
nice. Yeah.
and then stuff I could learn from because these are like one of the best DJs, one of the,
Oh,
you
in
know,
the world, in
the
the world,
world,
not just in California, in the
yeah,
world.
the world beat
Yeah,
junkies,
you're literally getting top class
yeah.
lessons from the best in the world.
Like
That's
I
so
don't,
dope.
I'm so even though I've been a veteran of, I mean, I have my mixing and blending and cut skills,
Yeah,
but there's you could always learn other things do different to perform. I mean, just do just different perfect your skill
yeah.
or enhance your skills and do something different.
So, speaking of the different scratch techniques, what was the most difficult one that you had to learn?
I learned the one when I first started. No, actually, I could do the transforming. What's the other one? One clicks. What else? It's the flare.
Yeah,
It
Dijon
took me a
mustard.
while to get down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Ever no orbit. It's actually the orbit. They call it the orbit. And then the two click. It's you just have to sit there for hours and make sure you get the sound going. You have to start slow. I mean, like back. I mean, now they make it easier to learn how to do that, but I had to watch. I'm like, how are you doing that?
yeah,
I hung out.
crazy.
I hung out with a lot of the younger. I mean, I grew up with the beat junkies, so like it
Hmm.
was easy. I was watching, but I still couldn't get it down. So I mean, how about for you? How about you? How about you? What's your
The hardest
hardest?
scratch for me. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man, the baby scratch.
the baby sketch. Oh yeah, the one
I'm
click.
not a scratch DJ. I
Yeah,
suck at it. I'm still learning, Gene.
same here.
I should really go take some lessons, but
Yeah.
I'm old dog, new tricks. I'm so resistant to that. Like, do I have time for this?
Right.
You know.
I mean, like for me as a DJ, I mean, there's
Wait,
different.
wait, 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 wait. Let me interrupt this. I agree with Heidi.
What she said? Oh,
That
Heidi's good
scratch
say.
right there. I
That's
agree
good.
with that, Heidi. 100%. I'm always telling
Wow.
Bella too. I'm like, hon, can you scratch my back? Scratch. No, not right there. You're missing it. You know what? You suck. Move. I'm up against the corner of a wall trying to scratch my own back.
He fell asleep. He fell asleep. Probably tried scratching things. No, the other
I
side, and
just,
then he just fall asleep.
he just falls asleep. You're like, dang it, you do it all day. And then all I ask you is to scratch my back. You're like, yeah, I'm
He's the
He's
worst.
the worst.
No, I'm tired. I can't scratch your back. But you scratched earlier. You can't scratch me. Just kidding.
He's like, look here, Ice. I'm asking for a scratch redemption, and I want it now, damn it. This is the one and only scratch redemption that you should always do.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, Heidi.
sorry, Heidi. We're so sorry, Heidi. I'm gonna buy you an automatic back scratcher. I'm gonna find it on Amazon and I'm gonna ship it to you, and you can have that.
Yeah, but what's up with the stick?
You need like a no. You need like a machine. You just press a button and then you just kind of pull, and that
Let's
you
say
don't
it's
have to.
back there.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, just have that.
Wow.
So, So I get, I think Honeyflow asked me this question, and I'm gonna ask you the same thing. So I mean, you've already reached like partner status on Twitch. Like, what is any future plans on things of making your channel a little bit different, or what's you have any more goals on Twitch, or is the idea just to just play whenever you can, hang out and vibe with your community? What would it be for you?
To become a partner.
No, yeah, I mean, because you're already at that status, right? So like
For
you've
me,
hit
right
that.
now is
What would it be for you? What's next for Gene Hove?
right now just playing music,
Yeah,
playing to the crowd. I mean, I love DJing. I love that. I love seeing like hear like people tell me, man, your vibe. Just
yeah.
I like to vibe to the chat room, play music, and then of course engage with the chat as well. I like talking a lot talking with them. I love like when they they tell me that, oh, I love this, I love that. I get you're making my day better. I make I'm how do I say this? Um,
Well, I just
I'm
find it
making their bid. I'm making their day
their
better.
day
I
much
make
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
It's
that's what I was gonna say. Like I find it like a lot of times that our viewers will come in and they'll make a comment. Hey, I come back every time to your channel because
yeah,
I enjoy what you do. I love the
yeah,
conversations you have, and it makes my day go a lot better.
yeah,
I got X amount of hours,
yeah.
and it's when you're streaming that's kind of gets me through.
So
That last part of the day.
that's what makes me that I feel good about what I do because it's also like I'm not a scratch DJ either.
Yeah,
I don't go all crazy technical, but I love, but it's the selection and and how you play it.
yeah.
As a DJ, and just it's the same thing because I'm a club DJ. I DJ out at the clubs and at bars and clubs, and I love seeing them react to what I play. I look at the crowd. I'm more
Yeah.
of a crowd. I like to please the crowd, and then I like them to dance to what I'm playing.
Uh,
I like them to
I'm
have a
sure
good time
you.
and party.
I'm sure you have a whole bunch, but any crazy moments in the clubs or bars that you've played that comes up for you, like one of the most craziest or wildest or memorable moments that you can recall while spinning at a club or a bar.
Oh, just everyone just like enjoying, like going up, like to like going off with the song, like
Or
yeah, that's
wait,
all.
let me ask. I should ask you this because I know those of you in the chat put your responses in the chat too as well. What is one of the most What are one of the things that kind of really irritates you the most while you're at a club or you're at a
Request,
bar?
request. They come
Requests?
up in your, they come up right in front of you. Can you play this? Can you play this? Yeah, like like, and then or they put their phone in front of your face, like this. I've been getting that, and or they're
Or
like,
they want to see, like, can you play this song? I don't know the title, but it goes like this. Like you're
yeah,
singing it to me over a loudspeaker. I can't hear what you're like. Beat
or
it.
can you play Hey Shorty, it's your birthday? I'm like by 50 Cent. I'm like, oh, you mean in the club? They're like, what's
Like,
in the club? No, that's the name of the
yeah,
song.
yeah. That's the name of the song. That's the name of the song. Stupid.
Yeah,
Or I remember again. So usually when I'm at a wedding and
right.
I'm DJing, I usually it's either Bella and or one of my sons with me,
Uh huh.
and they know to stand right at the edge of the table.
Right.
That way, when people come up and request, their
Uh huh.
job is to intercept that request and ask them. I don't want them asking me because one of the most irritating things that I cannot stand is when you're working
Right.
and you're DJing and
Right.
someone's doing this. Like, fuck, what the fuck? Did you see I'm doing something? Like, oh my gosh. Like, I hate that.
Or
Like, so irritating. Like, you're working and like, excuse me. Thank you,
and
Charlotte.
you know what? I'll make one exception for requests when I'm at a club. Is like if they come up to me and then they're like, "Hey, can you play this song?" I'm like, No, no, no. But they pull out their wallet and they give you
Like,
$100. I'm like, okay,
I'm gonna play it. Like, heart attack. I'm gonna
give
play
me
it right there. Like, there
let me
you go.
figure out a way to play it first. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Like, you want this? You want the extended version?
Yeah,
I got this
but
for
you
you.
but you know what too? It's like so I don't look like a fool, a dumbass. I'll go on the mic and say, hey, I got a request, and I get the person's name because he
Yeah,
requested the
yeah, yeah.
song. You know, sometimes I'll do that.
Yeah. You know, like one of my favorite ways to transition that, like if there's no, I don't know how I'm gonna transition to this, but like either I'll echo out, like, hey yo,
Uh
special
huh.
shout out to so and so. They requested this cut. So and
Right.
so, this is for you. Let's go, boom, and play it. That way they can look at you and blame you if they don't like it.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Oh, by the way, Sherry, thank you for the $100. Nah, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my most memorable moments. When I was over at, I stayed with Ice.
Uh
I,
huh.
I can't remember what event that we were at, but he was like, "Hey, man, while you're here, before tomorrow's event, I got a gig over at
Oh,
where is it?
Newport Beach.
Yes, at Skyloft.
It's Skyloft.
Right
Okay.
at Skyloft. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
man, gig with me." I'm like, "Okay, cool, yeah, let's do it." So I was going under the impression that I was his roadie.
Right.
He's like, "Hey, just bring your
Really?
laptop." Yeah, no, like seriously. I'm like, "Oh, I'll just, I'll go and hang out with you." So we went there. I helped him set up. I actually took the car because we were running late. It was totally in icy ice fashion. We're running late. And so he gets out, he takes his stuff, he goes upstairs. I help him set up. I say, "Hey, give me your keys. I'm gonna go park the car for you. You can
Mm,
start. Just start. I take care of that." So I
yeah.
go, I park the car, come inside, and then there's some Twitch people that came over to visit. In fact,
Hmm.
his neighbor Tom actually drove all the way down to Newport to hang
Wow.
out. And so Ice was like, "Man, I don't know how many years I've known Tom, and he's never come to any of my gigs. But you show up. Oh, I want to go down and see Don with you since he's gonna be there." Right. So we go down and he's doing his thing, and then he
Uh
was
huh.
like, "Hey yo, Don." This is like maybe 45 minutes into his set. We're getting
Yeah.
ready into an hour. He goes, "Hey yo, Don." I was like, "Yo, what up, man? What you need?" He goes,
Hmm.
"Get your laptop ready. You're going on next." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, get ready. You're gonna spin next. We'll just go back and forth throughout the whole night."
Nice.
So I was like, "Holy crap!" So I open up my laptop, I get things ready, right, and so we transition, and so he jumps on the mic, and he was like, "Yo, Skyloft, making his debut here on Newport. He's from all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's give it up for DJ Don." And they was like, "Ah," I was like, "Bro, this is like freaking amazing, right?" So I was like, "Yo, let's give it up for the legendary DJ Icy Ice," right? And then I stopped the music, like, "Hey, yo, Ice, thanks for opening up for me, man." Boom, bro. He laughed so hard. He just cracked up so
That's
hard,
funny.
man. It was so
Oh man.
funny. I love
That's
it, man. So again, one of the many memorable moments. Wisdom Wednesday. I love all the different moments that we have, and especially when we do different surprises. Right, like
hmm.
sometimes I'll do stuff and like we'll bring in people like the featured guest doesn't even know, and let
Uh-huh.
and just seeing their reaction on their faces. Like kind of like this.
Wow.
Victoria Mac and Cheese is in the
Wow.
What up, sister?
Can you can you can you guys
Victoria.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Wow.
cool. Hi.
Wow.
Hey Don,
Victoria,
thanks for having me.
thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you so much.
Wow,
I
Victoria.
can't see the chat, so hi everybody.
Oh, okay. They're all like shouting. They're like, "What?"
What?
So,
Mac and cheese?
yeah, they're all
What,
like,
Victoria?
"Oh, yeah." I mean, you can't see it, but are you able to see it if I highlight it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Just see Fix It Cheap.
yeah.
Hi
Okay.
Shalim. Oh my. Surprise!
I am
Surprise!
surprised. Hi.
Surprise! Nancy's
I
back.
love her, my moderator.
Yeah, she's the best. She's literally the dopest hype chick on Twitch right here. Doesn't get any better than
I'm alright,
this
I'm
chick
alright.
right here. This chick.
Thanks,
So,
Heidi. I'm like
so
sneaking for a little bit to, come on, since it's my daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
I know it's her 8th birthday, right?
Yeah, it's
Happy
crazy.
birthday to your baby girl.
Yeah.
Happy
Forever
birthday.
baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday. So here's a fun fact. So when you were doing your set this past Saturday, and Victoria, when you were live modding for him, I was
Mhm.
actually lurking on the channel.
I know.
Well, did I say something? Did I mention?
You
Oh, I
said
don't know if I.
hi.
Oh, I did. I said hi, and then Gene dropped scenario. I was like, oh my gosh,
I
like
told him, I was like, not yet. I'm like completely sober.
I heard you.
Yeah,
I
but I
just
was on. I
I
said,
started laughing when you said like, really, you gonna do this now? Like I'm sober still. I
says,
started.
let's
I'm
get
like,
over
sober,
with.
sober, sober. But it's okay. And then Jaybird went on, and he just started playing it. So I was
Oh,
like, all right.
nice,
But
nice, awesome.
hi, princess.
But
So we
she had to do it on my channel though. I mean, when I'm on, I mean.
So I wanted to bring our sister on to surprise you. I know she's super busy and her baby girl's birthday. So yeah, I mean, well, let me ask you this, Victoria. Right. So as a moderator,
Hmm.
like what has been your experience on Twitch, in terms of the community in general?
Um, it's been really good, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's the channels that I go on. I like to go where it's good vibes.
Yeah.
The chat is friendly. Everyone is like just in tune with each other, and just really enjoying the music. Like I go to certain people's channels because of what you play and who you are. That's really it. And you like for you, Dawn, like you put me in a good mood. I'll probably be lurking here and there,
Sure.
but I go in there to, you know, be in a good mood.
So yeah, and so thank you for that. So that would be like a key advice for someone who's, I would say, like if they're thinking of jumping on Twitch and making that jump to start streaming, like what you just said is crucial to a
Yeah.
success of for their channel if the idea is to grow their community. Would that be safe to say?
Yes. I say it to Curse. I say it to Jean.
Yeah.
I say it to Ice. Sing it to you. Like be yourself. That's why we're in your chat. That's why we're here. Just be yourself. Don't stress about anything else. That's why we are in your chat room. That's why it doesn't matter if you mess up. It's because we're enjoying the vibe.
Yeah. I love that.
And then I meet friends.
Yeah.
That's a plus. I
Yeah.
reconnect with friends too. So
Yeah, so true, so true. And again, the Twitch community, like, has been such a blessing to for so many of us in this chat room, and how we were able, and for some of us, like we've never met in real life, but then there's
right.
a bunch of us that we've met many several times, right? And it's as if like we've known each other for years. Like that's how dope this community is, right? And just you can tell just the camaraderie, just being
Mhm.
able to connect with one another, and being able like, hey man, I've seen you online for the past 6 8 months, a year and a half, and I finally get to meet you in real life for the first time, and like it's almost like what a great reunion because you're able to connect with that person physically, as opposed to like how you've known in, I guess, online for so long. Yeah.
Right. I think when you connect through music, the love of music, it's just that's just what it is. And we're also our our music, our love of music is so eclectic. Um, that's why we all vibe so well. And then like with music, I feel like you get nostalgic about things,
Yeah.
right? Like you could remember, like there's certain things that brings you back
Yes.
to good times. And then it's great because we're all around the same age, because we're like all 21, right?
Yep.
21 times 2 plus 5, kind of like
Yes.
that.
Carry the
But
4.
you know, we go back into time and we're like, oh my God, I remember that when that was playing, or I remember when I was at this club, or, celebrating my 21st or whatever. So it's kind of cool because I've actually been able to reconnect with some people and say like, oh my gosh, you were at Arena, or you were at, oh my gosh, what club was that in the rooftop club, Gene? In Santa Monica. Is it Chillers or something like that? Or like Chris Cut actually with DJ, I think sometimes. So it's like finding out who we're all like somehow connected to, and we're all connected to each other somehow. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Princess asked the question. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's
Yes,
asking you and Gene if you knew each other before Twitch.
we did.
Yeah.
We did. He actually we met through ICE, and he actually did my sister-in-law's wedding years
Nice.
ago.
Crazy.
Yeah. So he's kind of a homie, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
So serious. Like,
I know.
so serious. Where's
There's,
that smile?
there's a fix it Gene, and then we should create another one like Gene, relax.
Yeah.
Chill Gene. It should be a chill Gene emote. Chill
I am
Gene.
chilling.
Fifth Avenue.
I'm chilling.
What is Lila pertaining to? Fifth Avenue?
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up the chat.
Sorry, guys.
No. Oh, was she talking about different?
Oh, yes,
Clubs?
Chillers. It is
There you go.
Chillers.
Okay, there you go.
See, she knows too.
Yeah, and Lila goes way back with so many of you too as well. Is that
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
actually just met Lila. But again, it's like, oh my gosh, you know that person? Like,
Yeah.
we know Bridget, this girl Bridget, but
Oh,
I
Bridget.
met Bridget through ICE.
Bridget.
You know Bridget?
I know Bridget. No, I don't know Bridget. I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Like, but I met Bridget through ICE a long time ago, like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So at my birthday, Bridget was there at Real Ones, right?
Nice.
No, not Real Ones. I'm sorry. It was Snapback.
Not bad.
And Lila was like, how do you guys know each other? So again, it was just all like, everybody knows each other somehow. Someone like, 6 degrees of separation or something like that.
Well, with Twitch is more like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally is. Because even, there was a post on one of my cousins, unfortunately. I think he was like 10 or 12 years younger than I am. But his sister
Yeah.
posts, because, of course, that's her brother that passed away. And then Lila messaged me and was like, hey, how do you know Jane? I was like, Jane's my cousin. Like, we used to work together. I was like, what the hell?
Wow.
Are you serious? Yeah, just crazy. Crazy.
Then-
It's such a small world.
It is a small world, and then you just form these amazing bonds with people. So
Relationship.
like Shelly
Shelly. Oh, I love Shelly.
and Janice, we met through just enjoying
Oh my gosh.
the same chats, and like we just have this friendship. Even though like we're all separated, like we
Yeah.
just find some way to be like, hey, how are you doing? Like it's just a natural bond we have with one another. So I'm thankful to even have that.
Yeah. So Lila and Jean went to the same junior high school together. Did you guys know that? There it is, right there.
I think Lila sent us a picture of Jean in like glasses or something like that.
What? Was that nerd Jean back then?
Yeah.
That's
I was
dope.
always a nerd.
That's dope. That's super dope. Victoria, what are you having for your baby? Like for her birthday? What are you guys doing? Or you guys had it already?
Really simple.
I
My
love it.
mother-in-law cooked pancit,
Yeah.
for long life. And we just blew out a ube cake from Red Ribbon.
Oh, nice.
Super Filipino.
I love it.
tradition.
I love it.
But
So-
she wants to go to the snow this weekend. So we're going to take her to the snow. That's really good.
So here comes the lame dad joke, Filipino dad joke. How do you beat up a lumpia?
Oh, God.
You punch it.
The knee slapper.
What up, Ice?
What
Ice is in the building. What a hoe.
Speaking of lame dad joke. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I know he's off to a gig or something. So so that's your baby. How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
Riley, obviously, she's 8, and then Jackson will be 7 in May.
Oh wow.
So I like to share the fact that I named them after my 2 favorite basketball coaches, Pat Riley and Bill Jackson.
Yeah.
When basketball was fantastic back in the days. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. That's so dope. So Riley she's 8, so she's in the 4th grade?
2nd grade. I
Oh,
even had to think about it too.
I don't even know.
Like
she's 2nd grade.
Well, yours
Okay.
is old. they're older, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
yeah, my young one is 18. He'll be
Oh
19
gosh.
next month, and
Wow.
then my and then Noah, the one that sings, he's 21. And so
But that's
They're
so
all
right.
I'm not
adults.
sure I shared the story with you guys that Bella and I many years ago, way before we even got married, we actually had another child together. We had a girl, and she's
Oh.
actually our oldest, but we placed her up for adoption.
Oh.
And the
Oh.
reason for that is like I was in a space in my life where I wasn't ready to be a dad. I would be a
Yeah.
horrible dad. So we made the unselfish decision and we actually placed her up for adoption. It was a closed adoption. Long story short, I want to say maybe 5, 6 years ago, we reunited. We were
Uh-huh.
able to reunite
Uh-huh.
together. And so
That's
we were able to,
amazing.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it was super awesome. But since then we've kept in contact. We've actually kept in close contact with her adoptive parents too as
Uh-huh.
well. And we talk all the time. And I shared this on my channel the other day. Around right before Bella's birthday, for 50th in October, they FaceTime us and he says, "Well, we sent you a package, and when you get it, call us." So we get the package, and it opens it. She goes, "Okay, please call us." So we FaceTime them. And I was like, "Okay, we got some chocolates for you." I was like, "Okay, awesome." It's for Bella. He goes, "But there's something else." So we pull out this package, and it's a onesie. I was like, "What is this?" I looked at it again. I was like, "Oh my gosh, they're expecting." So I'm gonna be a papa in April, my very
You
first
just gave me
grandson.
goosebumps.
I'm
That's amazing.
super excited. I'm like so excited. I'll be the dopest papa in the world. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I heard that being a having grandchildren, it's a totally different love compared
yeah,
to your own, like your own children.
yeah. I will let you know in April.
Just don't faint.
I know. Well, actually, they're actually coming in June. So we're gonna wait for them to come over to Hawaii in June. And so she's like, "We want to come in June." So I was like, I went and I rented like this huge ass Airbnb so we can all hang out and stay and just hang out the whole week. And I'm
Nice.
So
super
did
excited.
can I ask you, did she
Yeah.
always know that she was adopted and you had a relationship?
So we didn't foster a relationship until way later. I mean, of course, until like 6 years ago. But
Mhm.
she knew she was adopted because she was adopted to a white family. So
Oh,
she
okay.
grew up in a white community, kind of
Mhm.
very very posh, but she knew she was different. But
Right.
she was very fortunate because she had a community that didn't treat her differently. The coolest part about it is when we finally all met together, even with her adoptive parents. Like her mom, her name's Sue. Sue would tell Bella, is like, every time when she would do certain things, I would say, you got that from your birth mother. Like they were so good. Like
Oh,
it was
wow.
so great because you hear stories about adoption, and if they grew up like really really good, most of the time that the person that's adopted, like they don't want to find their biological parents because
Right.
they're living a good life. They don't want. But for her it was kind of closure. And so when we met, like I asked her towards the end, I was like, "So is this it for you? Like, is you just wanted to meet one time?" And she was like, "I actually want to know my Polynesian side of the family." So I was like,
That's
"Okay,
amazing.
cool," because there's about 30 family members driving around the block right now waiting to meet you. she was
Oh,
like, she's like, "Are you serious?" Like, yeah, welcome to the family. Like, it was crazy though. Like, so great, so awesome. Yeah, super cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, but you know what? One day they're 7 and 8, then you blink, and then they're 20 and 21. So
Yeah, they're my babies forever.
yeah, enjoy now, sis, because right now we're empty nesters. No one's here. It's just Bella and I. So,
Ah,
so
I
we
do
we
like that they're independent though. Like,
yeah, good.
we have air fryers now, so I'm like, oh, just use the air fryer.
Yeah, just yeah, don't have to worry about burning
Yeah.
things. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yeah, so great. So, Gene, so like, streaming schedule. What's it for you?
Well, it's usually the
What
mornings.
is it?
She's like, yeah, you continue the interview. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Because he's
Yeah.
busy. So
Usually it's in the mornings.
Yeah,
7 to well 7 or 8 to 10. But I do a lot of, so I do on the Thursdays. I do like a Twitch crawl from 7 to 9
Mm-hmm.
for the. I don't know if you it's called they call it the Twitch crawl. Those are my streaming schedules. I might cut it down to probably like 3 times a week in the mornings. So yeah, in the morning you'll find me in the mornings, and I'll sometimes do pop ups here and there.
Nice.
And then of course I'll be on SKAM from 2 to 5. SKAM artists. That's another channel I Twitch on, I DJ on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Victoria, I have a question for you. So
I don't know.
so no. So as a moderator,
Okay.
and this is for maybe perhaps a viewer in there that is thinking of, or maybe perhaps is a brand new moderator. What are some of the advice and maybe tips that you can give someone out there in the chat room that is just starting to be a moderator for one of their favorite streamers?
So I feel like it's going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
My experience is the people that I mod for, they asked me, but I built a relationship with them. And with that relationship, I like to support the vibe in their room and just continue the chat, right? That's just really it. Like if I'm feeling the music, if I'm enjoying the song, I will make sure that you're seeing that I'm enjoying it, as I'm pretty sure you know that too.
Yes. Yeah.
And just be real. Like, like I think it's important to engage with everybody, well, as much as you can.
For sure.
Because when I first not came on, but like when I first started going on Twitch, Janice, Chrissy,
Yeah.
and Miss D, they were so welcoming, and I didn't feel overwhelmed. Like, oh my god, all this whole chat room, right? It's like AIM
Yeah.
chat
Yeah.
room where it just felt like one-on-one. They're like, welcome. How was your day? And I think just being organic about it, I think that's huge.
So we have this advice.
Don't Twitch and yeah.
And while he's driving and twitching.
I wish I always want to insert that Manny Pacquiao emote every single time because everything's like a joke.
He's so crazy off.
Yeah, don't Twitch and drive. That's for sure.
Oh,
Like if you're
absolutely.
gonna say you're gonna lurk, you're gonna lurk.
Yeah,
Like I've done that. I've had to make sure that I don't, Twitch and drive. So I think that's really it. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes when they're all on at the same time in the
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
So like
I
I'm on
can
for
see it.
Kurt and
Yeah.
Jean and Promote. I mean, Lila gets it.
Yeah. Those
But
three guys all are close or overlapping
right,
each other. Yeah.
right. But we like for me, like if I'm not working, I make sure that I'm able to be in all their chat rooms because I like to show that there to support them.
Yeah. Memorable moments on Twitch for you.
For me or for him?
Yeah. For
Me?
you. Yes.
Oh my God. There's so many. Honestly, I could tell you like way back. B Stang, EJ, Stubbs, and oh my gosh, there was one more. I think Ever Ready. We took a birthday shot in live together. But this is before like Twitch was already blown up. So that felt so welcoming. And then I think when Ice told me to rap scenario at his 1 year, I really didn't want to, honestly, because it's kind of intimidating to rap in front of people that know all the lyrics to, such a classic song.
That's that right there for me. Like every time I hear that song now, I'll have two images in my head. Of course, I'll have the video of scenario in my
Right.
head, and then I have you just doing your
It's
thing.
a dope song, though. I mean, like
It
the
is.
lyrics are dope.
It is
Like
a dope song.
Tribe is dope. I mean, I'm a hip hop head, so I'm hip hop head for a reason because
Yeah.
all the lyrics are dope. Like it's just either poetry or it's a story, whatever it is. You know, like
Yeah.
there's so much into hip hop that people don't really see. They see gangster, but I mean, a lot of it's not gangster. It's a story.
The story. Yeah. And then sometimes it's
Sorry, off
gangsters talking
tangent.
about a story.
Like Tupac.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Um, let me see. Um, so how many people you mod for?
Ah, so catch up show when it comes back. I don't know if Janice is on here.
Yeah.
Um, Gene, obviously. Ice, Curse, Promote, and now Snapback. Oh, yeah, Snapback and Everready. So,
Yeah. Y'all are busy. All of you are
but you know
busy.
what? I have to tell you, with all of them, I don't feel any pressure to have to be there on time, to have to like make sure we're saying hi to everybody. It's just I'm there to support them, just genuinely support and have good vibes. Keep the
Yes.
chat running. That's really it. I don't feel any stress being their mods at all. And I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah. I can see like some streamers like yeah, they're very serious and demanding in what they expect from their moderators. Like
I
I'm very
actually when I leave, I when I feel that vibe, I leave a chat room.
yeah. Yeah, I find that very interesting that some of these guys that would, streamers that would do something like that, you
Mhm.
know, and that they would treat their mods as such. I was like, y'all crazy, man. The mods run this channel, not you. Like, you're just the face of the channel. Your mods run this whole channel. That's really what it is. Yeah, but yeah. So props to all the mods here. So if you are a mod, whether it's on this channel or Gene's channel or Ice or anyone, like props to you guys. We love you guys for all that you do and the time that you take to be in the channel. We appreciate you. And yeah, and just like you, Victoria, that's what I always tell my mods. Hey, sometimes I'll jump on like super late. I'm like, hey, I'm going on
Mhm.
late. If you're there, great. If not, I still love you the same. Don't worry about it. You have your lives to live too as well. When you're there, awesome. If not, awesome. Take care of what you need to do. And that way when you come back and whenever that is, I appreciate you. So
Right.
yeah.
Like, and that's what Curse like with Curse. I tell him all the time. I'm like, I'm literally lurking because he's on early in the morning as well.
Yeah.
But he's like, no stress. I'm like, no stress at all. Like with him, I feel like I've known him and Net for years.
Yeah.
But Net, actually, fun fact, Nanette was the one who asked Curse to ask me to mod for him because we
Nice.
just connected in the chat room.
Yeah. Nice. Tam, you're
Where
absolutely
mods will
right.
hunt you down.
Tam, facts right there.
But I have to tell you though, mods, we're a team. So I'm thankful to have the team that we have. We watch out for each other. We not only, we delete some messages,
Yeah.
right? Um, but we watch out for each other in the chat room and even like even in outside of Twitch. Um, I formed friendships with some of them and it's like, oh, how's your day going? Or like we'll react to each other's IG stories or whatever. And it's just nice because a lot of the mods were moms too, right?
Yeah.
So there's
Yep.
everyday life obviously out of Twitch.
For
And
sure.
it's nice to know like, oh, it's fun to know actually like I'll give you an example like Lofro. She's a really dedicated mom, but we freaking enjoy the heck out of music.
Yeah.
So it's fun getting to know other mods and just being there for each other in that way.
You know what else I noticed? Like I again, just the mod community, those that I'm trying to put this in the nicest way. Those that kind of know how to actually mod, right? And those the experienced mods.
Mhm.
And I've seen this happen several times in some of the channels that I frequent, and I'm referring to a bunch of you here in this chat, including yourself, Victoria. Is that I'll see like when we go into someone's channel, and even if you're not their moderator, like sometimes you can see that maybe they need some help, and some of you guys just jump in because
Mhm.
just naturally that's just what you guys do, right?
Right.
And in some way, shape, or form, you're there, you're helping. I was like, that's so awesome. That even if you're not modding, and like it's almost like you can't help yourself to just it comes naturally for you guys, and without overstepping your boundaries, you're just there to support the mods on that channel too as well. So
Right.
I see that, and I love that because it's all about, right, that community, and it's part of what makes the Twitch community so great is
Right.
because, right, you have streamers, then you have the mods, you have all these, the ones that help and support each other, and especially when there's new people in there, so that's, yeah, I love that. That's so good. So again, props to all you moderators out there. You guys are dope.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Hi.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I don't know. I had that long ass. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I look to my left and I'm watching it on live on Twitch, and I'm like, why am I frozen? And then I look at my streamer, I was like, oh, why is it spinning? So sorry. I apologize. I apologize. so, so you just missed it, Gene. Right when I froze up, I was saying something and I was like, shut up, Gene. Say something. Um Ashmore is like, fix it, Gene. We're back. So I'll ask Victoria. I'll ask you the same question too. So
Right.
so me it's but let me ask Jean first. That way you can kind of formulate your answer or whatever response you want to give. So Jean, favorite quote, favorite any words of wisdom or words that you live by. What would it be for you?
Oh, don't take this away. See, can I?
You want to go first?
Go first.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. He asked
Hold
me
on.
first.
So wait, sorry, we're getting raided. Rodzilla's coming in
Okay,
with the
okay,
raid.
okay.
Rodzilla, what up? DJ Epic, who do you? Theo Tawara. I see you, Styles Cartel Por Vida. How are you? Thank you
Welcome,
so much.
Raiders.
DJ Savage Guts. That's how you say it. You only can say it like that. So welcome, MG Dose. Good to see all of you. Thank you, Raiders. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, Rodzilla. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I made a joke the other day with Rodzilla. I said one day I'm gonna create another Twitch handle and I'm gonna call myself Rodzuki. So, if you know the reference, then you know. So, first, I hear in the chat room, um, Batty Oz, aloha to you. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Blake Bryan, good to see you. Abby, I see you. What's up, Abby?
We need
Thank you
music.
so much.
We need music.
I know we
Just
do,
kidding.
yeah. Epic, what up, Epic? Good to see you. Our sister Mariri T, tackle hugs. Thank you, all of you. Good to see you guys. So, Victoria, favorite
Yeah,
quote?
I'm gonna go first because
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I
go.
got it.
are.
Okay.
Okay, you
Go
go
ahead.
first.
One of the quotes I do live by is the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing.
Ooh, Gene, that's dope. I like that.
So fix it, Gene. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I love it. I love it. Dope, man. I love it. And you, my dear?
Um, I actually live by these words. You're only successful if you're happy,
I love it.
and that goes with everything: work, life.
Yeah, yeah. So, I'm gonna share this quote. I saw. I don't know who said it. I don't know. I was driving. I listened to all kinds of inspirational speaker,
Mhm.
but this specific quote just hit me. I was like, "Holy crap!" And the quote is this: "Pain will leave once it's done teaching you."
Ooh,
Pain will leave once it's done teaching you.
It's good.
Oof, oof.
That
Oof.
hurts. No, I'm
Oof.
kidding.
Oof. Painful.
That hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. I was like, oh my gosh. Now that is dope. That is
That
super
is
dope.
dope. You need a dope emote. They're always saying dope.
I do. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I do. Yeah. 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 We'll see and try and figure that out. So, one of the things I want to do in terms of Wisdom Wednesday is I want to bring this specific segment back, and I want to invite a whole bunch of mods to have them come and jump on and be part of Wisdom Wednesday. So when that happens, Victoria, I would love to have you back on. Will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, will you
I mean,
jump back on?
this was super spontaneous because
It
we
was.
weren't gonna
I
do
know.
it, and then I was
I
like, I
know.
have 30 minutes.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys so
I
much.
appreciate you.
Like so
We
much. Yeah.
appreciate you, mods.
I appreciate you.
Oh,
I
we
appreciate
do.
our community.
Yeah. So, Gene, if you had any advice, if you have any advice for maybe our viewers out there, and again, maybe for someone who's just beginning to mod or thinking of becoming a mod, what would your advice be, Gene?
Wait, for someone that wants to mod?
Yeah.
Well, just support the channel, support the community, support help. So basically, you're just watching the room, so you also just engage with the chat room. Also, have your talks with the one that with the of course the streamer, and just communicate. Basically, that's what it come down. Just communicate like what you guys gonna do for the stream, and like if you have any kind of like commands or something you need or any kind of message or any kind of what do you call those? The moderators do a lot.
They do, man. There are things like I see in the chat room. I was like, oh, who did that? I'm like, that wasn't me. Yeah, I know who did that. Bless you.
um,
You know, yeah.
I'm just thinking like what I can go by because I when I first did all this, I was actually modding all these DJs. So I'm just thinking, basically just help the streamer accomplish what they need to do because they'll stream. You do all the talking in the on the for as for someone that's actually doing in the music category DJing, someone
Yeah.
to like just moderate. Exactly, that's what the moderators
Yes,
moderate the
Lila.
room, engage with the chat, let them know, like help them help people that are new in the channel. Tell them to give them a follow, subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
Just help out. So that's basically it. And all and of course, anyone that's talking crap or other
I
stuff,
love that.
kick them
I
out.
heard what you did right there. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna chime in. Sorry.
Yes, please,
I think
please.
what's important is to let the DJ focus on their craft
Yeah.
and we're engaging because that's why we're here. I mean, that's why we're in there.
I love it. Yeah. So I'm just trying
And
to catch up with the message. The like
sorry, like
the
my
comment.
kids literally know 30 minutes.
Is your 30 minutes up?
No, because I'm like 30 minutes.
Oh,
My
okay.
daughter's like 30 minutes, mama.
If you gotta bounce, bounce. I just appreciate you
Sorry.
jumping on at the very last minute. But there will be another segment, and I definitely want you on Wisdom Wednesday again. Okay, so
For sure.
yeah. So when you're ready to bounce, let us know, and then we'll.
Well, do you have any more questions?
I think that's it for me. I actually want to save it when there's like a whole bunch of you guys together, when all the mods.
Okay.
But
Surprise, Gene. We
yeah,
got you.
we
Price.
wanted to catch Gene right here and kind of just throw him off. So
Very thrown off.
happy birthday
Um,
again to your baby. We
Thank
appreciate you.
you. She
Sorry,
says thank you.
go
And
ahead. Go ahead.
if I missed anyone in the chat, sorry. But hello, everybody. I see all the different names. Thanks for being here. And thank you, Dawn, for having me.
Thank you. You take care now. Love you so much.
Bye.
You be safe now. Have a
Love
great
you
night.
guys. Bye.
Aloha. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thanks. Our sister right there. So dope. Victoria
Yeah.
Mac and Cheese. Zaldi's here. DJ Michael Motion is here. Shout out to our brothers right there. Hey, Zaldi's pushing for partner. So make sure you guys follow Zaldi. Get him there.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow him
So
and also just go in this channel and just if you're
yeah.
busy, just sit in there. It helps. It helps.
Blow him up. Blow him
It
up.
helps. It helps.
It
A viewer
does.
count in there helps
Yes.
get the partner.
Yes. So follow Zaldi. He loves to dance. He's a dope DJ. He's a
Yeah.
great cook. He owns his own catering business. He helps out the community. There is no reason why you shouldn't be following Zaldi and subscribing to his channel and get him to the partner status that he sorely deserves. Right. And as well as my brother all out in Indiana, DJ Michael Motion. So
There he
make
is,
sure you
Michael
follow
Motion.
that brother right there. I mean, crazy skills on the tables. Follow
Yep.
Michael Motion right there, man. That boy good. That boy's super good.
Shout out to all the DJs in here. Follow them.
Yeah. Thank you again, Heidi. Appreciate you so much. Have a great night. Aloha to you and the
Good night.
boys. Thank you, Heidi. And our brother DJ Michael Motion. Thank you. Shout out to our sister Sky High Mama. Good to see
Sky High
her.
Mama.
I met her several times. I actually met her husband too. Isaac. The only family member I did not meet of Sky High Mama is her cat, Stressy Cat. That's her cat's name,
Stressy cat.
Stressy Cat. That's her
Stress you
cat's
out.
name. It's Stressy Cat.
Stressy cat.
So, another dope DJ, our brother D1 Drew.
Yeah, D1 Drew.
Follow him. He was just on Wisdom Wednesday too.
Oh,
When
nice.
did I have Drew? Was it last week? Drew, did I have you on last week? I can't even remember, man. Yeah, crazy. Shelly.
Peace,
Shelly's
Shelly.
like, whoa, Shelly, we love you, Shelly. Get ready, Shelly. You're one of the ones I'm gonna reach
Oh,
out to. Oh, what the heck? What the hell?
Oh, you got a hype train? What?
Said, Shelly, what the heck? I hate you, Shelly. Did you just drop that and leave? Freaking Shelly. I'm gonna get you later, Shelly. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Drew. It was 2 weeks ago. Thank you so much. Cammy Cam, how are you? Good to see you guys. I didn't realize we're on a hype train. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah. Yep, there was Shelly. She's like, okay, bye. Drops a 10 pack and then bounces. It's like, so not fair. So, Gene, so like, tell me your feelings. You know, when like people when they drop bits and subs on your channel, like, how does that make you feel, man?
Feels good. You guys support us, the streamer, and it's like wow. That's the feeling I get.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps you. I mean, with the hype train, even if there's no hype train and you guys
Yeah.
are just subbing just spontaneously without the hype train, it
Yes.
feels good. Like you support. I mean, you guys you love the channel. You guys are supporting us.
Yeah.
Like some of the DJs that are here on Twitch are actually they live off this. When we first started when IG, there was no hype train or anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people are like, hey, what's your Venmo? What's your Venmo? This and
Yes.
that, blah blah blah.
Yes. Yes.
It's not. It has nothing to do like it's basically you're helping the DJ
Yeah.
just like how you would help. Like it's nothing bad, right?
No, oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh my gosh, Shaolim. What the hell, Shaolim? Thank you, brother. So I want to do something. I've never done this. So, Gene, you and I, you're going to be my test subject, and we're going to break this. I was going to say something totally bastos, but I caught myself, so good on me. So we're going to do this together. And because you've been to a lot of events where you were able to meet like a lot of the Twitch peeps. So I'm going to highlight a name, and you're going to say yes or no if you've met them in real life. Okay? Okay, we'll go with the first one right here. Marie Rita.
Yes.
Yes. This is Abby.
No.
Yes for me. Nancy.
Yes.
Yes. Michelle, she's one of my mods.
No.
No for me too. Zaldi.
No.
Yes for me, actually. We're going to skip her because, yeah, we love her a lot. Joy.
Yes.
Yes. Princess.
Yes.
Yes. DJ Shaolim.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Your junior high school classmate. Yes, for me too as well. Kaylee Ann.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, for me too. So let me skip down. I'm trying to Find who else. Big Rob G.
No.
Yes for me. Sky High Mama.
Yes.
Yes for me too as well. Cammy Cam.
Yes.
Yes for me too as well. That's pretty cool. The whole bunch of people in this chat room. We met like a whole we like so many people
Yes. Oh
again.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the question was if we've how many people have we've met in this chat room? Yeah. Uh Jaybird
Oh
for
yeah.
you.
Is that the, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, yeah. Mad Dog.
No.
Yeah, Mad Dog hasn't come up to LA yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of my mods. He actually lives in Maui, but he works in Honolulu.
Oh wow.
Of course, the Ice Father himself,
No.
man, Ice.
Haven't met him.
Yeah, who is that guy? Who is that? Get this guy off my channel. Hurry up. Um, love you, Ice. Thank you, man. Drive
Yes.
safely, bro. Appreciate you. Crazy Gab. Let me highlight
Yes.
her. Yes, I met her. Yep. Yep. Um,
Yes.
Ashmore. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, who else? I think that's pretty much everybody I got. Yeah. 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 It's for me, again, that's one of my favorite parts about this Twitch community is hitting these real life events
Hmm.
and then meeting up with a whole bunch of people. Yeah. Um, I know there's a name that popped up. Tam. Have you met Tam before?
No.
I met Tam before. It's one of what's his name? Shucks. Why am I drawing a blank?
Alpha.
Alpha Music. That's one of Alpha Music's power mods.
She was always in my
Michael
room.
Motion.
Yeah.
Michael Motion.
Yes.
Have you met
Yes.
him? So
Yes.
I missed him because he attended the real ones, right? This one
Hmm.
of the very last ones before you guys rescheduled it. So I haven't met Michael Motion. Soon though. I'd like to think I'm gonna meet him very soon. So yeah, other than that, I think we caught everybody else. Um are you streaming tomorrow? Sorry, I can't remember if I asked you
Yeah. I'm
that.
streaming tomorrow, 7 to 9. I'm part of the Twitch crawl
The Twitch
as
crawl,
well.
right, the Twitch crawl.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Um have you met Hello It's Ben?
Yes.
Hello, it's Ben actually came to Hawaii and we were supposed to hook up. I don't know what happened. I forgot. Zaldi. If I cuff anyone in this chat room. Probably no, not yet. Not yet. Melanie, I haven't met Melanie yet. Uh,
No.
Styles Cartel Puerto Vida, I haven't met
No.
her yet. So hopefully one day soon with all of you.
Hmm.
So I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, we both know Ricky Omoto,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
so everybody knows Rick. Or according to Ice, Rick Iwawamoto. Yeah, everybody knows him. Well, yeah, pretty much. Of course, our brother Shao Lim. Yeah, D1 Drew, Mad Dog. Okay, yeah, we got everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Cynthia
So
Fong.
Cynthia Hong. Yes, Cynthia. Oh my gosh, love it. Yeah, love you, choke Cynthia. Of course. Um, so you have the raid Twitch crawl tomorrow. What do you have Friday?
Just a regular stream in the
Okay.
morning. Yeah.
So do you stream on the weekends?
Sometimes depend. I didn't not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Only if it's like a pop up or
Or like a raid
some
train?
type of a raid train I'm involved
Yeah.
in or some charity thingy. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it.
Awesome. Okay, cool, man. Well, brother, I appreciate you, Gene. Blessings
Appreciate
to all
you.
that you do, brother.
Yeah.
Much success, not only on Twitch, but in your business and in everything that you do, man. I love you, brother. I appreciate what you do for all our DJs and the community, and such a blessing and honor to have finally met you, man. And so
Yeah.
hopefully
Likewise.
I get to see you guys again. I was telling Ice that whenever the next real ones event pop up, if
Mhm.
you're doing one in March or sometime soon, hopefully I can make that. So yeah, I would love to see you guys. I kind of miss my West Coast Wahana. So
Oh,
you gotta,
appreciate it.
you
Yeah,
gotta-
I need to go out to Hawaii.
you guys have to, man. So
Yeah.
you know, um, I'm gonna be doing a. So it first started off with like a mod meetup with just my mods,
Right.
but it seems to be growing again. Where we're gonna do a Twitch meetup in June,
Uh huh.
and it's gonna be towards the end of June. Victoria, if you guys can make it, Cynthia, that'd be so dope. But
End
I'm
of
gonna.
June.
So let me give you some dates. So this is tentative. I already know Lila's like, did he tell you this? They're probably texting each other. So we're looking at probably like the I want to say maybe Thursday, the
Okay.
23rd
Okay.
through the 27th. So that's
Got it.
Thursday all the way to Monday
Nice.
that weekend. So that very last weekend of June, that's
Okay.
what we're looking at.
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking to do a Twitch meetup, and I'm gonna get some things planned out. So I'm actually gonna start the ball rolling as soon as the funeral is done for my father-in-law. So we finally just got our funeral date for my father-in-law. That's Bella's dad,
Uh
um,
huh.
and it's March 12th. So once March 12th is over that weekend,
Uh huh.
I'm gonna start planning on the 14th and start putting some things together. So here's what you get to look forward to, because this is just in my head. I kind of talked to a few people to make it happen,
Mm-hmm.
but like with the mods that I'm bringing down, we're gonna stay at an Airbnb, and that's kind of gonna be party central, right?
Okay.
So it's gonna be outside of Honolulu, and it'll be
Nice.
more on like the countryside where nobody's gonna bother us. So we
Nice.
can make all the noise we want. We just got to figure out the internet connection, which we should be okay. But we'll have a barbecue. We can go swimming all the way out there. We're gonna do a foodie tour all around the island,
Nice. I'm
right?
in.
So we're also gonna do a luau.
Oh.
I'm gonna take you guys to go to a luau too as well, and
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, we'll do a beach stream. Whether we do it where we have the Airbnb, that's probably the easiest way, so no one bothers us. But we'll stream. We're gonna do a live stream on the beach.
Nice.
So that's kind of what we're looking forward to when we this coming June. So that's what's gonna happen, and it's Princess's birthday that weekend too. So
Ah.
we're gonna do something for her as well. Just don't tell her.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
don't
won't
tell
tell
her.
her.
Yeah,
You didn't hear that, right? Okay.
but yeah. So once things start coming out, bro, I'll reach out to you. I'll let you guys know. I'll call the Bay Area family, right? I'll call the Taboras. I'll let everybody know. And of course, so we shall see. I don't know. So
Okay.
again, it's tentative. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. But once we put things out, we'll let you guys know, and then and let's go. Let's do this.
Definitely.
All right. So, oh, so the March changed it to July. Right on.
All right.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, shout out to all my moderators that are in here in the channel, and also people that I know a lot of people that are always in my channel. Pretty much everyone that's in this channel, are in my channel.
All the laughter is like this
Yeah,
guy's an idiot.
it,
He has no
I
idea what's
got
going on.
I got to tell you, like I always it was so cool. I mean, I know I haven't met you yet. I don't know if you were streaming at that time, like around it was around May. Like it was late at night. I'm DJing and I'm like
Yeah.
going in right, and then I get rated by I forgot a DJ. It was someone from Hawaii.
Okay.
Brought in 50 brought in the whole people in my channel. I'm like, oh, and I was like, for some reason I got all excited. Like, man, we got Hawaii in the house.
Yeah. Was it Alex? DJ
I think
Alex?
it was Alex Sailaway
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
when he started. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I don't know. I just got excited. I just loved the islands. Yeah, but now I know you, Don.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
now I know you, Gene.
Sheesh.
Like you don't know me, I know you.
I, we both know each other.
We
now.
know we knows
I
each
know
other.
you, you know me now.
We knows each other.
But I really appreciate you having me on the channel. Thank
Oh,
you.
likewise, man.
Yeah.
And thank you. And I'm gonna put this on the record. Shout out to Remark for standing us up for the second time. F you, Remark. I'm gonna unfollow you, Remark.
Yeah.
Nah.
And I hope like whoever's new and then wants to stream, like you can go ahead and ask me. I mean, I know I helped a few people.
Yes.
people get started. So
Yes, you
I'm
have.
I'm I there's always on Twitch. Well, because I talk with those the Twitch stat the people with Twitch,
Yeah,
and for the DJ and the music side, there's a lot of the ceiling's high, really high
yeah,
for the music category for DJs,
yeah,
because if you think about it, gaming is like already right here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we're like right here still, and then there's always room for a lot more people to stream. So if you guys are want to stream,
I, I like to
hop on.
describe the DJs on Twitch. We're that 2-year old, of the family that just crazy does whatever they want because they're so new.
Yeah,
That's the DJ side,
that's
right?
yeah, pretty
Whereas
much.
the gaming is like the big brother, like, hey
Oh
man,
yeah,
chill, like we got this.
this
And
is
the
this
DJ
is how
side is like, we're still kind of
yeah
just
right.
trying to figure it out.
And
Yeah.
this how their that's how this is their platform, right? I mean, they started this
Yes.
platform,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we jumped on it.
Yeah. 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 Crazy. So we're gonna rate our brother DJ Jaybird, the birthday boy
Yeah,
himself. So
birthday
we'll go
boy,
over,
Jay Bird.
we'll say what's up to Jaybird and we'll show him some love. We'll say how's it to the flock Ohana out there. But again, Gene, I appreciate you, man. Love you, bro.
Thank
All
you.
of you in the chat again, to all the mods out there. Shelly, I love you, Shelly, and Cynthia. Shout out to DJ Ye. DJ Ye, if you don't know this brother right here, he's from Australia. Follow him.
DJ Yay.
So he's like the Australian, the Aussie version of Stress.
Wow.
He's crazy wild. He's got dope DJ skills. He's a
Hmm.
great DJ, and he's hilarious as he's hilarious AF. I'm gonna say that. Like he's so fun to watch. Like I watch and I'm like, this is like Stress, but in
Oh
Australia,
wow.
like just like that. Like follow DJ Ye seriously, and of course Michael Motion,
Of
uh,
course.
our brother Shaolin, and then the other Jaybird.
Hmm.
The Club Savage DJs family right there with Theo
Yeah.
Tabora, Savage Cuts, all of those guys. Crazy Gab, my sister, good to see you. Love you, chokes. Again, all of you, thank you so much. But we'll head over to DJ Jaybird's side. We'll hit him up in the nest, and we'll see how's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being part of Wisdom Wednesday. We love you
Thank you,
guys.
chat room.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, Joy. See how's it to E-Man for me, Cammy Cam, all of you. Victoria, thank you so much. And we rate it out. So let me end this broadcast.